Hello everybody, this is going to be a little bit of a different video because to be honest with you, we're going to be talking about some personal stuff in a good way though, in a good way, nothing to worry about. And it's just a kind of end of the year video to talk about maybe like reflecting on the past year because this year has been very, very, very important to me as an individual. And to be fair, if you don't care about any of this stuff, then all good. I'll see you next year in the new videos and the streams and stuff like that. But I felt like it would be appropriate to make it because this year definitely changed my life. One of the most important years in my life, just as an individual, just as a person, because a lot has changed this year. This is the year that I decided to actually do YouTube and streaming full time. This is the year that I decided to pause going to school, and a lot of stuff has changed. Like just so much has changed in my life, and there's a lot to talk about and a lot to be grateful for as well. So I figured I would make this video to talk about all of that. So whether this is the first video you've watched from me, or maybe you've watched every single video and every single stream I've ever put out, I want to say, first of all, a huge, huge thank you to you as an individual. Yes, you, yeah, you. I want to give a huge thank you to you as an individual for just being here. No matter what it's been, like whether it's been 1 second or hundreds or thousands of hours of consuming my content, thank you so much, because without you, I would not be able to make these videos. I would not be able to be here. I would not be able to be the person that I am today. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background about me, and maybe it'll be interesting or maybe it'll be boring, but who knows. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of background. So I want to give you a huge thank you as well for allowing me to live my dream, as cliche as that sounds. Because everybody's always like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a streamer. Like, that's my dream. That's my dream. Unironically, I was the same way. So to give you a little bit of context, back when I was like maybe 11, 12 years old, back in elementary school, that's when like Minecraft started to like blow up on YouTube. Before that, I always thought of YouTube as some sort of like stupid website that you watch funny videos on, or you could watch like illegal anime on or something like that, like Naruto episode 40 part 1 out of 6 or something. And like we would just watch fucking anime like that, me and my brothers, or we would watch like, I don't know, a new music video or something like that. But I remember when Minecraft started blowing up, I used to watch like Captain Sparkles and like the Yogscast and like, you know, Etho's my favorite YouTuber, a little fun fact to this day, and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, like Minecraft is so cool. I really want to play it. So I started playing Minecraft on my brother's Xbox, like Xbox Minecraft Edition or Minecraft Xbox Edition, whatever it was called. And I started playing with my friend and we started watching all these YouTube videos. And me and my friend Adam, we were like, you know, why don't we make videos? And we were like 12 years old at the time. So we have these like super old Minecraft videos. And we used to talk about how like, yo, this is so cool. Like, I want to make videos and stuff like that. But I never really realized that like it could be a thing, you know what I mean? Back then, I was just making videos because I wanted to. So I have like hundreds of Minecraft videos with my friend Adam that will never see the light of day. Don't even think about it. Don't even fucking think about it. From when I was like 12 and 13, and we used to do other videos too for other games. But yeah, so like in the back of my mind, I remember I was weird too, actually, now that I think about it. I remember I was weird because in elementary school and middle school, I used to like talk about this with some of my friends. I used to talk about how like, you know, I made some videos and stuff like that, and I thought it was cool, but people didn't think it was cool. Like they thought it was like kind of weird. But I don't know, like I just kept doing it. And eventually it reached a point where I used to draw a lot too. So I started uploading like drawing videos, like hand-drawn pictures. So like here are some of my drawings that I used to draw as a kid when I was like 13, 14 or something like that. I used to draw a lot of like classic anime drawings, bro. I used to just sit there on YouTube filming myself draw for hours and hours. But the reason I'm showing this is because I remember that I got bullied for it by my friends at the time, right? They thought it was weird and like blah, blah, blah. So it made me not want to do YouTube anymore because they would just like mass dislike my videos. And by mass dislike, I mean like the video had like 6 dislikes and I was like, it's over. It's over. Like I'm just finished. You know what I mean? And then I just stopped. I stopped making videos, right? I got to high school at that point. I was like 15, 16, and I'm like, that's it. Like, I'm just not gonna do videos anymore. Videos are cringe. And I started playing League of Legends, and I'm like, I'm done with this shit. Then eventually I got back into MapleStory, right? I got back into MapleStory, and then I got super strong, yada, 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 and I started uploading videos again. I started uploading videos because I used to think to myself, like, man, like, how come there's no video on this? How come there's no video on this? And I feel like I can make a video on it. And one of my first really popular videos was my Tower of Oz guide. And I realized that, like, you know, a lot of the videos that people were making at the time were not from end gamers. Like, they were just from people who were like early game, but they just made videos anyway. So I'm like, I'm an end gamer. Why don't I make videos? I used to make videos in the past. I know how to do it. I know how to like do basic editing and record myself and all that stuff. So I tried making MapleStory videos, and then, like, because I was super endgame, I just fell into like the endgame clout farming type content, like Hayato Hard Lotus speedrun, Hayato H-Will solo, Deathless Vihila, like all this like clout farming content, right? Where it's just like, I'm gonna kill this boss really fast, and people are gonna think I'm really cool and strong, and that was like, that was it. And I'm like, man, this feels good. People think I'm really strong. This feels real good. I like being strong, actually, right? So started doing stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it was just all casual, you know what I mean? It was just all casual, and I'm like, cool, like I could get a lot of videos. I made a hideout training guy, which got a lot of views and stuff, and I'm like, huh, like maybe there's something here, but I didn't really think about it too much. But I was also in school at the time. Like, this is when I was a lot younger. I was also in, like, you know, I was studying computer engineering for a while, then I switched to IT. But eventually I made the decision to start streaming because my friends recommended it to me at the time. They're like, oh, why don't you just start streaming, right? So I did. I started streaming, and because I was already like a pretty well-known like endgame figure, like I didn't start at zero. Like, I was fortunate enough that I started with like, you know, 50, 70 people watching me because I was already like kind of well-known in the community. And then I just started looking around the streaming space, and I'm like, what can I do here? I realized that, like, you know, I could start doing account reviews. I could start doing them for free and helping people out and stuff like that. And then that blew up my stream even more and more and more. And then I realized that streaming is actually pretty fun. Like, I'm like, dude, streaming is pretty cool. I could do it when I come home from school. I could do it when I come home from work. And it's like, it's chill. You know what I mean? But I still wasn't like 100% into it at that time, right? Like, I wasn't like 100% into it. I made a lot of mistakes, obviously, in my streaming career. I'm sure many of you know, but they helped change who I was, as many people don't like to believe that. But the person I was back then is not the person I am today. I was a lot more hot-headed back in the day. I was a lot more emotionally unstable, a lot more emotionally immature than I am today. Now, none of these are excuses for potentially anybody that I've hurt or anything like that, but 100% without a doubt, I'm a different person than I am today than I was back in the day when I first started making videos or when I first started streaming. So I also want to apologize to anybody that I've ever hurt in the past or have caused any distrust or disappointment for anybody. Like, I'll always be atoning for that, and that's just the way it is. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. For me, like, being a YouTuber and streamer was always kind of like a dream, right? But it was something that was shoved in the back of my mind for a long, long time. But this year in 2024, in May, I decided that I want to try and do it actually full time, YouTube and Twitch streaming. The reason for that is because I knew deep down, I really felt like if I tried really hard, like if I had nothing else going on in my life, because I was always doing it while I was in school, always, whether when I was like 12 or 13 or as an adult when I first started streaming when I was like 21, 22. I always just felt like there was something holding me back, right? And that thing was school. So I made a really, really tough decision, and something that my parents were not happy about, in pausing my education. I didn't re-enlist for the upcoming fall semester, which would have just ended now in real time. And I told my parents that throughout the summer, like May, June, July, August, I'm going to 100% focus on my YouTube and 100% focus on my streaming. And that's what I did. From about this point, I decided I'm just going to 100% focus on YouTube, focus on streaming. I'm going to see how high I can get in this. And what do you know? It actually worked. Like, it genuinely worked. Where I came with a plan. I'm like, these updates are going to come out. I'm going to make videos about it. I'm going to make helpful guides. I'm going to stream more. I'm going to do everything more. I'm going to start uploading more shorts. I'm going to get better at making thumbnails. I'm going to get better at making edits, all this stuff. Like I tried so hard to do it, right? And what do you know? It actually paid off, right? Being consistent, making good quality videos, getting the trust of the community, putting out good information out there, not bullshit information, right? Because the audience, you guys watching, you guys have bullshit detectors, right? You guys know when somebody's putting out dumbass information. Like, you'll know. Like, it's very clear. And I'm happy to say that, like, maybe some of the things I've put out there haven't been like 100% perfectly accurate, but I would say that my accuracy is really high. And it always makes me so happy whenever I hear like, oh, I'm just going to wait for the Duky video about it, or I just want to wait until Duky makes a video about it, or hear what he says, because it shows that you guys have a trust in me, and I take that trust very, very seriously. But yeah, so with my parents specifically, you know, they're very traditional, old school, strict parents, and they wanted me to finish my degree. But after the summer, so like May, June, July, August, I looked at, like, let's be honest here. What's the most important thing for showing your parents whether or not you're successful? It's how much money you make. Like, anybody who has like traditional foreign parents, FOB parents, like, that's really like what they care about at the bottom line, is like, are you making enough money to support yourself? Yes or no? Because for the longest time, my parents just saw me as like, oh, he's just playing games. He's just playing games. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, he's just playing games, and like, he's just wasting his time, blah, blah, blah. But I looked at all the revenue, and I looked at the numbers, I looked at the trajectory and stuff like that. And I'm like, this makes sense. This makes sense. I can support myself doing this, and it's growing month after month. And I'm blessed to say that it kept growing because I kept working harder and harder and harder. And you guys have been so gracious and so generous and so kind to me all this time. And I'm happy to say that I was able to do it full time. So September rolls around, and my parents are like, okay, what have you done? Right? Like, you know, what have you done? Like, does this make sense? Like, are you going to re-enlist back into school? And I showed them everything. And, you know, at first they still didn't want me to continue, but I'm like, no, like, trust me. Like, I know I can do this, right? Like, I know I could do this. This is my dream. I have a plan. It's been working out so far. So my parents are like, okay, you have until the end of the year. And by the end of the year, meaning today, and actually yesterday I had this conversation with them. We're like, I'm going to want like a financial report. I'm going to ask you like all these tough questions, like how are you mentally and all this stuff? Like, what are you going to do in case of XYZ situation? Like, I had to sit down with them yesterday and talk about everything. And so I continued September, October, November, December, right? Like, the rest of the months, I just kept uploading. I kept uploading, kept streaming almost every single day I stream. And I'm happy to say that when I had the conversation with them yesterday, they were so shocked. They were so shocked at how much the channel has grown. They were so shocked at like, you can actually make money off of YouTube and Twitch. They were shocked at like sponsorships. Like, I was opening their minds to like a whole new world they have never seen before, because they're super traditional. They only know like, go to college, get a job, 9 to 5, go home. You know what I mean? Like, and I told them like, look, like, this is what I have been working on. I've been working so hard on this, like 12, 15 hours every single day. I've been doing this. And it was very sweet because they said they were proud of me. They said they were proud of me. Now, I know that seems very like cliche. It's like, wow, you got your parents approval. They said they were proud of me. But to me, that means a lot. That means a lot, because I'm sure some of you might get it. But man, for like over a decade, because I'm 25 years old now, for over a decade, they have just been like, you're just playing games, you're just wasting your time. You know what I mean? Like, that's just been their mentality of like, you need to stop playing games, you need to like go do other things with your life, you need to like go get a job and stuff like that. And I have before, like, you know, I've tried working like traditional jobs, tried working office jobs, warehouse jobs, retail. I've tried all these different jobs before. I was in school, I got my education, all this stuff, but it never sat with me. Like, every single thing that I did, I just never wanted to do it. I felt like this is what I always wanted to do. So long story short, I'm happy to say that I'm able to do this now, and that I'm really, really hopeful towards 2025 to continue to be able to do this and to continue to make better videos, help you guys on MapleStory, have a fun, engaging stream, and have a nice, wholesome community together, because that's all I care about. That is genuinely all I care about, and that's what I focus on my day-to-day. Now, I kind of want to shift the conversation a little bit, but I don't want to talk about this for too long because I don't want to bring the vibes down. But man, you guys don't know how much bullshit and like how much harassment I get on an almost daily like day-to-day basis. It's crazy how much people don't want to see you succeed sometimes. Now, To be completely honest, it used to mentally affect me a lot, right? Like seeing bad comments about you and all these things, people who think they know who you are and like they speak so confidently and or they just straight up lie about you too. Like people will just straight up lie about you, right? But something that I learned over time is you really just have to focus on your supporters. And if you only focus on your supporters, everything will always work out in your favor. And that's what I've been doing, right? Anytime, because as a matter of fact, I actually always see the hate comments or stuff like that from my friends. Like my friends are the ones who show it to me. I don't go out of my way to look for them. They show it to me and they're like, oh, look what this guy said about you. This guy's so stupid. Like, I'm going to go defend you. And it's like, I don't even want to see that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to see that. I just want to focus on what's in front of me. And that's what I keep reminding myself all the time. I just focus on my YouTube videos and my Twitch stream. I look at what's in front of me in the chat and I deal with the people that are there. Because at the end of the day, my supporters are the ones who deserve all of my attention and not the people that dislike me. So I'm going to keep adopting this mentality coming into the new year and hopefully forever, where I will just give you all of my attention because you're the ones who are supporting me. You're the ones who deserve it, right? I shouldn't need to think about people that essentially don't matter, right? And ever since I've switched my mentality to like this, things have been so much better for me. My channel has grown. My mental has gotten so much better. Now, another thing that I want to show you guys are these two websites called Twitch Tracker and Social Blade. So what's really cool about these websites is you can actually see how much you've grown like through numbers, right? Like through numbers. And I'm a big numbers guy. I love looking at the analytics and stuff. So it's crazy because you can see that there's an upward trajectory like still to this day. Like I'm still growing, right? Now, MapleStory goes up and down in terms of how much you grow because it's kind of like a seasonal game. But it's very interesting to see that I'm in the top 0.02% of English streamers. Like that's crazy to me. That is so insane. And again, I'm super grateful to be here. And I have to thank you guys so much for allowing me to be in this position. Like that is insane to me. In terms of streams, like you could even see how consistent I've been. Like ever since I decided that I was going to try and go full time in May, I have streamed almost every single day. I missed a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in like 7 months. Like 6 days in 7 months. That every other day, every single day besides those 7 or 6, I streamed. And a lot of them was because my computer broke. Like my computer broke for these two. And then I think as some other time it also broke. But yeah, like I've been trying my best because when I told myself that I'm going to do it full time, I don't want to waste my time. I took it very, very seriously and I wanted to make the most of it because I have this opportunity in front of me and I do not want to waste it, right? So I'm very, very happy to see that there's like an upward trend, that it's just growing more and more and more. And I'm grateful. Like I'm just going to try my best to keep it that way and keep being consistent and being there for you guys because you guys show up every single day and I'm also going to show up every single day. Now, as for YouTube statistics, right? This has grown so much too, man. Like this has grown so much. Now, some of you might look at this right away because obviously like I'm nosy too, guys. Like I'm nosy too. I always look at this type of shit too. But just know that these numbers are not accurate, okay? Just know that these numbers are not accurate. But anyways, it's pretty crazy to see how being consistent and putting out good videos actually works. Like it sounds really dumb, but it actually does work. Now, what's very interesting about YouTube, if you guys don't know, the thing that matters for YouTube is how many like monthly views you get. So sometimes a lot of people will tell me like, why don't you upload this type of like old school type content that'll get me maybe like 100,000 views, right? Like just one video that's like super catered towards nostalgia and like will get you like fast views. But in reality, that's not actually, in my opinion, a really good way to grow your channel unless you're doing that consistently, right? I personally think that having consistent uploads that get you maybe not as many views, like maybe like 10K views, but you do it very consistently is better for building a community, better for building an audience than having like one-off like very, very popular videos, right? And this isn't to call anybody out in particular. I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. It's just that's like some of the feedback that I've gotten over time and like you should start uploading icebergs, you should start uploading old school content, stuff like that. But like I personally don't think that would work for me because not only do I personally not enjoy those videos, like I'm not an old school player, I would rather just have very consistent helpful videos for like a longer time. That's what I would rather do personally. And it works, like it works. So I may not have views like that are crazy, right? Like hundreds of thousands per video, but I do upload very consistently, and the consistent increase in views has been showing itself over time. Like for example, when I upload a video, I'm fortunate enough that it usually gets around 10K views, right? But back in the day, it used to get maybe like 5K views, and then before it would be like 2K views, or before that it'd be like 1K views, right? So it's been growing. Like the average has been growing. People have been joining the community, and I'm super, super thankful for you guys. But yeah, this is sick, man. Like it's just so cool. Like it's just so cool that like to see your hard work actually manifest itself. Like that's what I'm trying to get out of this. Like again, I'm not trying to like flex or anything. I'm just really appreciative of like how much you guys have given me. And yeah, like I worked really freaking hard. Like I worked really freaking hard. Making videos is not easy. Streaming every single day is not easy. I'm not acting like this is like the end all be all hardest thing in the world to do, but I tried my best. Now, something that I want to keep working on in the future is uploading more shorts, because shorts, they do get a lot of views sometimes. I think they're really easy to consume. I have some shorts, like I have like, it's not like I have 0 shorts, but I want more. Like I want to get to the point one day where I could just, every day there's a short or something like that. Like that'd be pretty sick, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, I've been ranting a lot in this video, and I just wanted to lay it out all on the table. This is like an unscripted, barely edited video that just sharing my thoughts. And next year I have even more exciting plans laid out. I hope that we could keep growing into the coming year as well. I hope you guys had a good year and this coming year would be better. Something that I like to do in like a thought process of mine is I like to compare where I was 1 year ago versus today. And I'm very happy to say that 1 year ago versus today, I'm in a much better spot today. And let's hope that at the end of the next year, I can say the same thing, that I'm in a much better spot next year than I am today. I also want to give a huge thank you to everybody who has helped me make videos in the past as well. Jerome, Taco, you know, Tommy, Phil, like anybody who has ever been on any of my videos or has ever like edited for me at some point or anything. Like I want to give you guys a huge shout out as well. You guys have helped me so much too. And I really look forward to next year. Let me know what you guys want to see from me, or let me know what you guys think about this video or anything like that. At the end of the day, I'm here to have a good time, and I hope that I continue to be able to, and I'm able to keep helping people and, you know, still be around. I'm super thankful for every single day. Super thankful for all that you've given me. Genuinely, it has changed my life, especially this year in particular, where I first decided to go full time. It's crazy because the trajectory of my life has changed completely. Like I really thought that I was just going to finish college and go work a 9 to 5 and that's it. That would be my life. But now I'm happy to say that I could just, you know, make videos about a game I enjoy and stuff like that. Oh, you know what's another thing? First of all, thank you if you've watched the entire video till now. If you watched the entire video till now, I want you to say the word star. I want you to say the word star for my guild in Hyperion. But another thing that I kind of want to start doing next year is I kind of want to start playing other games. Now, this doesn't mean that there would be less MapleStory content or less MapleStory streams. Just for myself, like I kind of just want to start playing other games, because I played a few games this year. Like I played the Elden Ring DLC, Final Fantasy 16, and Black Myth Wukong, and I enjoyed them a lot. Like I enjoyed those games so much. I used to play other games before too, but Maple is so time consuming that like I just haven't been able to play other games. But I really want to try and start playing other games more, because man, I really like those games. Some upcoming games that I want to play, and maybe you guys can give me some game suggestions in the comments, but Final Fantasy 7, never played it before. I know that's crazy, I've never played it before. There's the remake that like is coming out and has just come out as well. There's Nier Automata, I want to play that as well. I've never played it before. And Ghost of Tsushima, I haven't played it before either. I really like those types of games, those like action story games or like Souls-like type games. Like I really like those types of games. They're super fun for me, so I want to try and playing them. There's also for the Final Fantasy 14 like Dawn Trail expansion, but honestly I tried playing it, but I really don't like Wukalamat. If anybody knows who that is, like she's so boring, so I just couldn't get back into it, even though like I love that game so much. But yeah, anyways, again, super thankful. Hope you have a happy new year. Stay safe out there. I appreciate you guys so much, more than you could ever imagine. And I know some people might think I'm an asshole, but like, believe it or not, I'm just playing like a character. Think of like Tyler 1. Yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys for next video. I'll see you on stream, hopefully. Subscribe if you haven't. And I appreciate you guys so much. thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to my members, Blazefire, Shooms, Shagad, Ravi Espa, Koga, Piconir, Skittles, Dante Victory, CK, J, Blunt Poppy Supreme Oil Backwards, Vampiric X, Fresh and Juicy, Assassin, and Migu. I appreciate you guys so much, and shout out to everyone who submitted fan art. If you always want to submit fan art, it's in the Discord linked below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.